Big game on Saturday. I don't need to tell you what it means to everyone at the club, and if we could go and get 3 points at White Hart Lane, what a boost it would be for everyone.
That's always a big game against Spurs. It's maybe the biggest derby for West Ham. Last year we beat them home, but we lost away. So it is a start of 5 major big games, and that's why it would be really great and very important after the international break to start with a good performance and with a good result.
People have said that Spurs could be title contenders this year. Does that show you the job that Pochettino's done over the last 2 years?
Oh, definitely, yeah. I mean, they were last year. They were there with Leicester till 2 or 3 games to go, and then they broke down and they improved their squad. Their last few results are not the best for them because the criteria for them is to win the league. But of course, they're still in the Champions League and they have many games, and he's done a great job there. They have very energetic team, also with a lot of quality, and they have few injuries. Maybe some of the players will be back for our game, but we're going to see that after international break now. But of course, we are expecting enormous difficult game on Saturday, but we are ready for that.
White Hart Lane, a special ground for you. You made your debut there, obviously as a player for West Ham, and helped set up the goal for Danny. It was a great night, wasn't it, that 1-0?
Yeah, it was a great night. It was my first game for us, and they were also favourite then because when you play there, and they had a really good team, but we scored very early from the corner, and then it was a great night for me because it was my debut, and of course great night for the club, and it lifted us, it gave us a boost, because few days after that we beat Chelsea away, and then we beat Newcastle home, and hopefully we're going to do the same.
Was it a real introduction for you into English football? Could you sense straight away what that meant, that the rivalry, the derby between West Ham and Tottenham, because of your first ever game in English football?
Yeah, definitely. It was something special, and I knew before that because I was waiting for my work permit, and I knew about that game. And week before that, of course, week before every game is difficult here. But when you play Spurs, it is something special. Yeah.
You've been involved in a lot of derbies in your time as a player and manager. How does this one compare, West Ham Tottenham?
Well, it's a big one. We have big derbies at home, back in Yugoslavia, or now in Croatia. That there are big derbies like Moscow derbies when I was working in Lokomotiv, and then not to mention Beşiktaş against Galatasaray or Fenerbahce or Trabzonspor, and they are like big derbies, and this comes there with them, definitely. It's a big one. I mean, you have the people like in last few days, they're stopping you, they're telling you Saturday, let's do them, especially the cab drivers, they are waving and everything, so we are looking forward. It is a special game.
And as your time as Croatian manager, I assume you had quite a lot of dealings with Spurs, because obviously you had Luka Modric, Chorluka, quite a big Croatian connection over the years.
At one stage I think we had 4 players there. We had Luka, we had Chorluka, we had Pletikosa, and we had Kranjčar. 4 of them, so I went a few times. At that time the manager was Harry Redknapp, so at least one West Ham guy there, So and I went a few times to that training camp to talk to them, to talk to the manager, to Harry. Yeah, but Spurs is since then it is like has a connection with Croatia. Yeah, because it's not very common to have four Croatians in one team, apart from Croatia, of course.